Hello there everybody, Dan the Muffin Man is back today to watch the fourth episode of Rurouni Kenshin 2023 version. Thank you all for being here and watching. This week's episode, the layout of Sanosuke's introduction is a little bit different. And his fight with Kenshi is is different from the 90s version. They skipped around certain scenes. Some scenes are non-existent altogether. But I feel like it gets the point across for the most part. But let's start from the beginning. The little scuffle Sanosuke had with the Democratic people. I forget their name now. Those people from the beginning, how it was done, I'm not too sure which one was more brutal. The 90s version where he dislocates that guy's finger, or the 2000 or the current version, the modern version where he just impales. I kind of feel like getting your fingers dislocated is worse. But I digress. Oh, this just came up on the top of my head, but I feel like Sanosuke in this version is a little bit more perceptive, a little bit. He comes across as more intelligent, while at the same time being more laid back than his 90s version, for the simple fact of him spending 2 weeks going to Kyoto just to find out information of the legendary manslayer. Um, which makes sense. I mean, if you're going to fight somebody like Kenshin, you have to do research, which I appreciate that is canon how he did it in the old version. He immediately went to Kenshi after finding out who he was. Yeah, he got information from the brother. Um but I prefer the new version's way of going about Sanosuke's um information gathering, or how he got to know. Now, about the two brothers, for some reason the old version omitted the older brother completely, so it kind of throws a whole wrench in that whole interaction. But I feel like it still gets the point across. Yeah, Sanosuke didn't have the same fight, the same like precursor fight that he had, and they just go to the riverbank. But it gets the point across, and I think that's what is most important. Now, am I upset about how they did things where Kenshi and Sanosuke have their fight by the riverbank? No, doesn't bother me. I still got the same chills. The action in both the old and the new are quite satisfying. I'm kind of curious how they're gonna do the full fight next week. It's gonna be half fight, half backstory for Sonosuke, which I feel like is better done than how they did it. It's a little bit more cohesive in the new version, which makes sense since I guess they wanted to show or prolong, add a little bit of filler. But I guess that would count as filler. That whole fight is filler, but the fight in the old version would count as filler, yeah. But their first fight would count as filler. But I still feel like the old version is fine, even though it's filler. I don't mind that filler. Now, since I never watched, since I wasn't even aware that this old man K was even present, I wonder if he'll join the group as the old doctor was in the old version. Maybe he might see the errors of his ways and help out. I can see that happening, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they want to do with Oman Kie in this in 2023. But we shall see. Alright? Funny that the big brother, that the little brother, did a cosplay of Sanosuke. He was so sure he was gonna he became his is his little fan. But all in all, this episode was good. The music, the tension are almost equal to me. I don't have an issue with the action. Now, how they do it next week, it might change. I'm curious if Kenshin will be calling out attacks, special moves like he did here. Well, we shall see. But all in all, this week's episode is fine. I enjoyed the music, the tension. I still got chills. The 2023 version is doing justice to the source material that I haven't even read, and I feel like it's doing justice. And I look forward to seeing what they do next. Now, this was a short review, but I got my point across, and I look forward to seeing what happens next. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you real soon. Goodbye. So long. And farewell. Goodbye. It is out.
It's a rare condition. It's a rare condition. It's a baby. It's a tower. It's a grenade.